We can't go back to the Dark Ages. Most of them have no interest in listening to what I have to say. Instead, they want to instruct me, and through me my generation, that all will be well if we just think positively. Dessert is served, elegantly ending the debate, such as it was. It's easy to disagree politely when your children's future is insured by low-risk bonds. The dinner somehow reminded me of a much more dramatic event I attended as a journalist 2 years previously. Anxiety was ubiquitous at both gatherings. It's just that when the super-rich are anxious, they wrap themselves in cellophane-like packaging that crackles with optimism. The middle class adopts a much simpler tactic: outrage. The evening of November 8, 2016, was festive and crisp in Manhattan. A cloudless sky was visible through the glass ceiling of the Javits Center, ready for the crowning of the new leader of the free world. Hawkers outside were doing a brisk business. President Hillary T-shirts, showing her in a Superwoman costume. First Husband Bill Clinton T-shirts, campaign buttons of all colors, souvenirs of the historic day. Hundreds of policemen and security personnel were deployed outside, along with an army of broadcast vehicles and an entire field of satellite dishes. The media presence was many times larger than that assigned to the more spare headquarters of the Trump campaign, less than half a mile away as the crow flies. "She means to rise," wrote the poet Maya Angelou about Clinton back in 2008. Now she was about to break free of those rusty chains and become the most powerful person in the world. Representatives of America, of all the colors of the rainbow, were placed on the stage. There were straights and gays, Hispanics and blacks and whites, women and children. They were to serve as models of the new age that Clinton's election heralded. With infinite patience, they sat there for long hours, waiting for those few seconds their children would see on television and forever cherish. That image of them with the first woman to be elected President of the United States of America. Even when the skies grew dark over the Javits Center, they did not budge from their seats. In the end, of course, Clinton never showed up. She did not see the celebration prepared for her. Night fell and swept it all away. There's something brutal about the journalist's gaze. He sees the image as it develops, from a distance that gives him perspective. He observes the disappointment as it spreads through the crowd, the shocked gasps, the tears and the heartbreak, the banality of human reaction, denial, disappointment, the desperate hope that continues to percolate among the believers. When the results began to come in, the eyes of the Clintonistas were glued to their smartphones, murmuring in disbelief. That was exactly the point. They couldn't believe it. They couldn't understand how this could be happening. Many wept. One told me that, as a Jew and a homosexual, he feared a new Holocaust. I asked him if that was just a figure of speech. "No," he sobbed. "I'm really scared." On the face of it, there seems to be no connection between the distraught and panicked Clinton campaigners on that autumn night and the self-assured rich whom I met in the wine cellar. The latter were resolutely optimistic, determined to explain just how the world order that is so good for them personally is so great for everyone else. Clinton supporters sensed that democracy was endangered and that they had been robbed of their future. But the point is that both shared a deep, unspoken fear. The 1%ers dealt with it by euphorically hiding their heads in the sand. The Clinton campaigners coped by covering the floor of the Javits Center with the tears they shed. They were not only frightened by the prospect that Trump, the advocates of Brexit, European nationalists, or Islamist fundamentalists would propel the world toward catastrophe. After all, if such a catastrophe were to come, it would demonstrate just how correct they had been in their faithfulness to liberal values or to the market economy. No, what they feared was not a cataclysm, but the opposite, that the other side, that Trump, might be successful. His success would mean a world with an enduring anti-liberal order and severely constrained global cooperation. It would be a world in which bedrock beliefs in the victory of good over evil in World War II